Bawweep Grana Weep Ninibong, I'm Engineer Hoist, and today we're going to be going through the War for Cybertron campaign to try to unlock this big guy over here, Omega Supreme. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. So as always, you go ahead and hit that little battle button. You hit over to the campaign mode. Now this campaign does unlock as soon as you complete Combiner Wars and get the Combiner Lab. You do not need to complete the Return to Cybertron campaign. As you can see here, you can skip right over it and head over to the War for Cybertron campaign. And the nice thing is they provide the attack squad with you. So even though these bases could be difficult, you don't need to worry about having the right bots because they give you all the bots that you need. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so the first base is called Past Imperfect. And we're going to be going through the story mode. I probably should have told you this before. If you don't want to see the story, maybe skip through this video till you get to the battle scenes if you don't want to be spoiled. But to start off with Chromia, let me tell you of our darkest hour and the impossible choice that faced us at the end of days. Speak, Chromia. Tell us of Omega Supreme, why he left, and where he is now in our hour of need. It was the culmination of the first phase of the war on and for Cybertron, Optimus Prime. What latterly we know as the Allspark Affray. A long time ago, on Cybertron. Autobots, move up! Gotta take that comms hub. Whatever Megatron's cooking up, it's both big and bad. We were expecting a major offensive from the Cons Impactor, but instead this. Whatever this is, Chromia. Caution, subterfuge. That's not the Megatron I know and loathe. Strangely, Red Alert, the lack of all guns blazing approach makes me more nervous, not less. It's as if for Megatron and the Decepticons, this is now all or nothing. Face it, Drift, we're running on energon fumes these days. Us and the Cons. Something has to give. All of which is why we've rolled out our big gun, huh? Not often we get to see Omega Supreme in action. Let us hope, Red Alert. The precious energon expended on my reactivation proves warranted. Information is power, Omega. We have to know what Megatron's master plan is. Then, my fellow Autobots, attack! Attack! Alright, so we get Omega Supreme. It says we get the brain module. That's the 2-star component. They give us Optimus Prime, Cybertron, Jetfire, Wheeljack, Blaster, Impactor, Skydive, Drift, and Red Alert. You can choose your battle boost. I'm going to bring in a Kremzik. And we also have the Omega Supreme. And probably the 2-star since they're talking about the glass gas, because that is the 2-star ability. So let's go ahead and drop some bots. Oh, I accidentally deployed Omega first, so we'll go ahead and do that. I had him selected. I'm looking at Optimus, but so we'll go ahead and do this. And we got a pretty decent range on this glass gas ball. And yes, they are showing Omega Supreme is a 2-star, so he just has this ability. So this will be what you have when you first unlock him. So it's better if you've got a few things you can go over because it drops the glass gas on everything along the way. So let's go ahead and see how it drops it all there. Meanwhile, he just goes ahead and takes things out. Hopefully this wasn't a mistake to do this first. Seems to be working out okay. Okay, so Omega's done. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these bots in here. Ooh, look, they've all got the War for Cybertron skin cores on them. So that's pretty cool. We'll send Impactor here. Skydive will send out, take out one of these mortars. Blaster will go ahead and drop his minions there. Start taking some stuff out there. Cybertron Jetfire is always good for these kinds of bases. Send him off to that missile launcher there. Skydive for the other one. Seem to be doing pretty good here. We got a laser up there that's picked up somebody. Optimus. Oh, I didn't even see this big old tank here, or the cannon there. I don't know if Drift's going to get there in time. He did, but he didn't last very long. Red alert's over here on some storage. So we're taking this out here. So yeah, when you come in here, be careful. They do have some of these Cybertronian raid type of defenses in here. Looks like we've got this one about handled. All that's really left is this one little laser turret. We've lost a couple of bots along the way, but I think we've about got this done. And from here, we'll just have Optimus Prime direct everybody to the headquarters, and then this should finish it up. Looks like there's no headquarters ability on this one. So we're looking pretty good. And I think we'll just go ahead and speed it up. And there's the first base down. It's worse than we thought. Much worse. You said it, Red Alert. If Megatron gets his hands on the Allspark, it's game over. Truly a fate worse than death, Impactor. Should his mad scheme bear fruit, we will all bow before him, and willingly. Reformatted, realigned. It's not the way I'd wish to go, Chromia. We cannot give up hope, Drift. Forewarned is forearmed. Now we know Megatron plans to exert the transformative power of the Allspark on his enemies. We must move moons and core to thwart him. Omega Supreme speaks wisely as ever. Autobots, the fate of Cybertron and perhaps many other worlds rests on our next moves. The first of which, Optimus Prime, is find the time-lost resting place of the sacred Allspark before Megatron does. And if all else fails, destroy it. Okay, second base, Night Watch. I got here as quickly as I could. Where's the patient? Your levity is misplaced, Wheeljack. The situation is grave, and any measures taken must be applied with equal solemnity and sobriety. Lighten up, Omega Supreme. Wheeljack and I both know the stakes. That's why Optimus had me fly him out here. Express delivery. Still, the time is very much of the essence, Skydive. The rebel base we seek to overpower is heavily fortified. We need an edge. Hang loose, Omega Supreme. I'm going in. Yeek! Live upgrade maintenance without anesthetic. Remind me again why this stronghold is so important to Megatron, and by dint of that, us? Long ago, it was used by the Knights of Cybertron as a staging post on their legendary quest to find the fabled Allspark. And their Codex Primaticus remains in the form of arcane sigils that scholars believe are actually directions, coordinates. Hey, we are done here. Ready to roll. Tank upgrade complete. Whoa! Look out, cons. Omega Supremer coming ready to use Rage Rush. And that is the 3-star ability. The Rage Rush. So if you happen to complete the event that was just happened after this Omega was first released, then you have the tank and you should have this ability. If you're new to the game and haven't quite got that yet, it will be coming again. No details on when or how it will be there, but it will be available in the future. Same with the 4 and 5-star abilities. So looks like we got pretty much the same squad here. And let's take a look at this base. So we've got some pretty high level walls. We got a big old Cybertronian acid launcher there. And otherwise, pretty normal base. A few extra laser beams. So maybe we'll we'll drop them over here. See how that works out. Then we'll get them in there, do a little bit of damage. And then we'll drop Omega Supreme. We got some damage done. We'll get him in here. And here he comes with his rocket ship. Boom. Ready to go. And we're going to Rage Rush him all the way over there. That's a pretty nice little range on his Rage Rush. And we'll actually send his little glass gas thing over here. He took out that laser. Just waiting for that Rage Rush to come up again. And we'll bust through some walls and get to this. And that's probably going to do it for Omega Supreme. Okay, so we're back to this here. We'll send Skydive up for that. Cybertron Jetfire will do the acid launcher. We'll even set Sick Impactor on it. Send Skydive over here for this missile launcher. Drift is about toast, yeah. Where's Red Alert? Okay, so he's not really in range of a whole lot. That can help out. Jetfire for that. Red Alert, good. No. Impactor, no. Just out of range. There we go. There's that. And Red Alert will send off to one of the shock towers. There we go. We're getting it done. Yeah, these last couple of defenses down, then we'll prime rush everybody to the headquarters. Looks like most of them are heading there already. There we go. We'll fast forward through this, and that'll finish this base off. Finally, this will lead to the location of the Allspark. Thanks to Drift, anyway. I couldn't make head nor tail of those codex sigils. Still, we have to assume that before we ousted them, those cons had taken their rubbings too and are busy interpreting the same data we are. Then let's get our rafts in gear, Chromia, and those coordinates locked and loaded. Time in the Allspark, it seems, waits for no bot. Well spoken, Impactor. Onwards, my Neo-Knights of Cybertron. The threat to our allegiance, our whole way of life, remains as clear and present as ever. Right. If Megatron gets his clammy paws on the Allspark before us, we'll all get a short, sharp Decepticon makeover, and it's hasta la vista, Cybertron. So rather than sit here patting ourselves on the back, Skydive, let's make like shepherds and get the flock out of here. Not so well spoken, Red Alert. Oh. This base is the Codex Primaticus. Forgot to read that off when this screen was up. The crisis escalates, Impactor. At our every turn, our enemy becomes more entrenched in their fortifications and harder to shift. Yeah, it's fast becoming a war of attrition, Omega Supreme. Neither side able to make significant gains, but still the looming threat of the Allspark, which, if it falls into the hands of Megatron, will remake us Autobots as Decepticons. Hey, airborne and incoming. Friend or foe, Skydive? Greetings, fellow Autobots. Optimus sent me to narrow the yawning gap between victory and total defeat. I mean, no offense, Jetfire, but I am unconvinced even your aerial prowess will prove enough to turn the tide of this potentially most final of battles in our favor. None taken, Drift. Anyway, it's less my might and more my mind Optimus felt could be of significant import. Wheeljack. Let me guess, it's reconstruction time again? Exactly. Together, we must turn Omega Supreme from potent force to truly world-shaking one with a grapple upgrade. It should improve his rate of fire when in Guardian's Blessing mode. I stand ready. Onwards! Lay siege to their forward positions. Okay, so this is the 4-star ability. And grapple is the part that you have to get to unlock the 4-star. And hasn't been released yet. It'll be coming sometime in the future. Depends when you watch this video, obviously. Okay, so we got the usual crew. Pretty much similar kind of base. We just do have to watch out for this Luxon destabilizer here in the center. And so we know kind of how to handle that. We'll get Omega Supreme up in there. We'll follow up with some Cybertron Jetfire and see how it goes. Let's go ahead and drop some bots here. Maybe clear out the front of this a little bit. Can Cybertron Jetfire? No, you can't reach that yet. So we'll just kind of barrel through this first little bit here. Drift is not lasting long. Let's go over there and maybe get some health back. Where's Wheeljack? Okay, he's on him. Okay, so that's about what I wanted to do. Now we'll drop Omega. Okay, so we'll fire the glass gas ball over here. So that should put it on extra defense. And we'll rage rush in there, make it take a little bit more damage from that. Then we'll fire off this 4-star ability, the Guardian's Blessing, on this. And he is doing some serious damage to this thing. He's also taking some serious damage from everything else, but he is taking this laser out pretty good. That's a pretty nice ability right there. We'll fire the glass gas ball over here, and that's probably about all we'll have time for. Okay, but that did put that there so we can... That's pretty low. We'll send Cybertron Jetfire, and it's out of the way. Oh, and look, it actually does affect the bots a little bit. I think that's a little increased movement speed. So you definitely want to get that 4-star ability fired off if you have it. Go ahead and set Impactor on the headquarters to get that started. Cybertron Jetfire and Skydive off to these laser beams. Send blasters minions over here to distract these cannons if nothing else. Where's all that acid coming from? Is that coming from this little mortar over here? Looks like we got this taken care of. And there it is. Who-bot! That was the toughest nut yet to crack. Hey, listen up, my frontliners. Message from Optimus Prime. Proceed immediately to Grid 19, Sector 7. According to the Codex data we finally decoded, that's where you'll find the Allspark. And presumably Megatron and the Decepticons, if they've reached the same conclusions we have. Yeah. Any sign of reinforcements, Blaster? Optimus is headed over there now, Impactor. far as he's concerned, this is the point of no return. If we lose this one, we lose Cybertron. End of. We stand ready to do... or Decepticon. I too stand ready to do what I already know I must. Sounds ominous, Omega Supreme. It is, Skydive. Destiny calling. This board is called Colossus. Autobots, today we stand or fall. Forever. Whatever the cost, the Allspark must not be allowed to come under the sway of Megatron. We're with you, Optimus. Shut it, lad. Let him speak. Everything we prize, everything we hold dear is on the line. Freedom of choice, individuality, compassion. Deprived of these things, we become Decepticon. And many worlds and countless sentient beings will pay the price. I vow, here and now, this shall not come to pass. I am ready, now my third upgrade is complete, to do absolutely everything in my power to thwart Megatron. I stand ready to engage. My spaceship mode now allows me to generate an outer space storm. Then onwards, Omega Supreme, and Primus willing, we shall find a way to light this darkest of hours. What is it, Chromia? Do you fear the battle to come? No, Drift. Megatron, Overlord, bring 'em on. My fate is not what troubles me. Then what? I fear, inevitably, we will be forced to weigh one threat against another, possibly far greater. Whatever happens here today won't be the end. It never ends? It will spread. The ripples of this battle today felt in the future. Aha. Okay, so the rocket ship upgrade, that is the 5-star component, which unlocks the outer space storm ability. And what do we have here? We have a combiner beacon. So does that mean we're going to be seeing Overlord here? It's very possible. And we've got this big old thunder tower. I'll tell you what, sure would be nice to have Perceptor right about now. But we don't, so... roll out, Autobots. Oh, there he is, and since he popped, we're going to go ahead and pop our combiner. And there's that outer space storm. Holy moly, that is awesome. That is cool. I know Overlord's there, but I'm going to rush him over here and try to take out this Thunder Tower as best as I can. And see, Overlord's done anyway. He timed out if nothing else. Alright, so there we go. Jetfire's not quite in the range of that Thunder Tower. There he is. We'll go. We should get that out here. Let's get the skydive over here. Drift for this mortar. Skydive for that. Jetfire for that. The impactor goes there. We'll send Jetfire for this mortar. Then we just have a couple of autocannons. So drift over to this one because the other guys are going to show up for that. For the rest of them. Send red alert over to that one. That also boosts everybody else a little bit. There we go. And then Prime, tell everybody to get to that headquarters and finish it off. There we go. Base 4 down. We are victorious. But at what cost, Omega Supreme? Look at you. Your spark is fading. This battle has cost you dearly. You must put yourself into protective stasis. I will, but not yet. Listen to me, Chromia. My spaceship mode is still viable. However, I need you to manually program my flight path. Send me and what I know far, far away. But it is the only way. You knew it even before this battle commenced. The Allspark cannot be destroyed. Therefore, it must be hidden. I understand. But one day... Yes, one day a time of great crisis will come, and my power will be needed again. That much is known to me. But until then, Omega Supreme must be no more. Until such time, I am the Allspark's humble servant. I shall not waver. Farewell, Omega Supreme. Farewell, Chromia. May your luster never fade and your spark never dim. Now to the stars. And that's how he ended up on Earth. I'll take the win. And the final battle is the sleeper must awaken. Ah, we're on Earth now. And it was here, to Earth, that Omega Supreme came. Fate must have guided your hand, Chromia. Perhaps, Optimus Prime, perhaps. And now we find ourselves facing that time of great crisis Omega spoke of, and with it, the fateful choice. To combat the threat of Deathsaurus and his new combiner, we need Omega Supreme's unrivaled power. But raising Omega also raises the specter of the Allspark. Its location is locked in his memory banks. One thing the Allspark affray has taught me, Blaster, is there is no running from one's destiny. We are here. Omega is here. There is a greater purpose at work, and we must be its agents. Omega never doubted this time would come, when he would be called upon again. Okay, so where is he? This is a big planet. I have the means at my disposal to pinpoint his position. Blaster, I am sending you to the geopositional markers. Got him. Extrapolating. Yow! What is it? Where is he? Slap bang under Decepticon barracks, Impactor. If we're going to dig him out, we got to clear out that con nest first. Okay, so this final battle is a tough one with no Omega Supreme. We've got our same crew, sporting their normal paint jobs. So here we are. It's basically a level 17 base. And the nice thing is, looks like there's no outpost bots. Those are the killers on high-level bases. So let's go ahead and drop them. Can we get drift over there? Yeah, yes. Okay, I'm gonna need Prime to call these people over here. Drop blasters minions over there, try to distract that laser. Somehow, maybe. It looks like we got it. Snuck around the side. And that is all she wrote. Look at Blaster doing a little dance. Omega Supreme, it is good to see you again, my friend. You also, Chromia. But my joy is tainted by the knowledge that if you have roused me, there is a dire need. There is. Earth has become the new battleground in our never-ending war against the Decepticons, and we have reached a tipping point. Then I stand ready, Optimus Prime. But I fear I am not the bot I once was. The many upgrades and improvements Wheeljack and Jetfire contrived during the battle for the Allspark are no more. What? What happened to them? Wheeljack's all mad because now he's got to go do the upgrades again. All right. So that is the War for Cybertron campaign, and out of that, we've got some more story from Omega Supreme. To survive the rigors of entry into Earth's atmosphere, I was forced to shed my upgrades and enhancements. Then either those extra modes are still in orbit, Omega Supreme, or more likely, those orbits decayed and they fell to Earth. Either way, we must find them, Chromia. If Omega is to help us combat the threat of Deathsaurus and his new combiner, we'll need him at the peak of his power. Leave it to me, Optimus Prime. I'll assemble a team and scour the planet. I won't fail you. And there it is. There is Omega Supreme unlocked. And also been getting lots of combiner spark along the way to help level him up, if you didn't already have a whole bunch. So we'll go ahead and go in there to the combiner lab, and there is Omega Supreme, level 1, 2-star. And I did complete the event to get the tank module, so he is ready to go to a 3-star once I get him to the appropriate levels. So you do have to have 700,000 to combine him. So I'll go ahead and do that now, because I happen to have it. And Omega Supreme unlocked with the glass gas ball. There he is, ready to go. And there you go. That is Omega Supreme ready to go. You have to get him to level 5 and unlock the tank to rank up. We do have the tank, just need to get him to level 5. And that's going to be spending some combiner spark, which I'm not going to be recording. But yeah, definitely we'll be working on that. And that's going to do it for this video. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough of the War for Cybertron campaign. If whether you completed it or not already, I hope you enjoyed my voices. It was kind of fun to do. you can also check out my overview of Omega Supreme. The Omega Supreme first look video talks a little bit more about what you need to do to unlock him, other than for the higher level stars, and what kind of energon and even Z energon that you need to unlock him, and a little bit closer look at the various abilities. Even though we've got a preview of them during the campaign, we'll look at them a little bit more in depth in that video. So keep your eye on that. Plus, you can also join us over on twitch.tv/EngineerHoist Wednesdays at 8 p.m. for weekly Transformers Earth Wars news. And of course, you can also check out all the other videos and replays of those news streams here on YouTube. I'm Engineer Hoist. Keep rolling, my friends, and we'll see you next time.